to start the show?
Yeah, let's start the show.
All right, Tim. Do you know what this is?
Oh, did we pick topics?
Do you know what's going to happen here? Do you know what this is about?
Yeah, we pick a topic and then I say whether it's good or bad.
You are literally the first person to ever get that. Ever.
Ever?
Yeah, this is
That's
probably
the whole,
like the 40th episode or something.
It's the name of the podcast.
Yeah, nobody
It's like if the hot ones people were like, what do you think's going to happen? They're like, I don't know, cold ones?
yeah.
And they're like, no, it's hot.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
All right. How many are in there? I'm like a cat. Look at this. Oh, my God. What is this going to be?
Go ahead. Show the people at home.
All right. Yearbook quotes. Good or bad? It depends what the quote is, right?
No, man. No nuance here.
Bad. No, I just don't, it makes people seem more profound than they are.
An 18-year-old?
Yeah. An 18-year-old that's like, what's a quote that people use on yearbooks?
What a long, strange journey it's been. That's the one from that 70s show.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
Hell yeah.
And it's like, we're Semisonic's royalties for that. They came up with that.
What was your yearbook quote?
I didn't have one.
Really?
No.
Where'd you go to high school?
Howland.
They didn't
It's
do
like
yearbook quotes, or you just didn't want one?
They did yearbook quotes if you wanted to add one, but I wasn't like, also, can you say that I said that I also said that you got to put 1 foot forward and one step ahead, and I'm not going to do that.
What would your yearbook quote be?
Probably every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Semisonic. No, what do you even say? I mean, I don't know. Like, hey, glad I wasn't shot.
Yeah, at this point.
I think that would be a good yearbook quote.
Oh my God, dude. I just did this work road trip with and two of the guys had kids, and we were Nashville came up, and they're like, it sucks, 'cause I was like sucks to be you guys with kids. You got to send them to school every day. That kind of killed the vibe.
Oh yeah, I could see the room going silent after that.
Yeah, but also it's like every time this happens, and then I see my extended family. They're like, "You gonna have kids? You thinking about having kids?" It's like, I kind of lost my appetite.
Yeah, like turn the news on. You'll see why I don't want to have kids. It's so funny that
I bet you there's some kids out there that make that their quote.
It's funny because the incentive for having kids just keeps going down every year, and then people just keep asking if you're gonna have them.
It's like, hey, it's like in 2012. You gonna buy Blockbuster yet? Come on, you gotta.
Still gonna buy Blockbuster? What are you thinking about Enron? You gonna invest in Enron still?
What happened to Enron? That was 2008, right?
That was a long time ago, but yeah, it was a Ponzi scheme.
Oh,
Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, Bernie Madoff was Enron.
I think so.
I'm not a big finance guy. I'm not big on the numbers.
I'm not either. I don't know why I picked that one. But that's just the only scandal I could think of. Epstein Island? You still going to buy an island?
Yeah,
I guess you could still buy it. I don't think Epstein Island would discourage me from buying my own island because I'm not going to do Epstein things on it.
That's exactly what somebody would say.
If they're going to do Epstein things.
So you want a loan to buy an island. Yeah, what are you going to do on it? Definitely not. Definitely not that.
Not what that one guy did.
I'm going to do something totally cool and legal. I could do it in public, but I want to do it on an island.
I bet when you ask to buy an island, the people that sell the islands are like, all right, buddy, we know what you're going to do with that.
I mean, yeah, if you're in the position to sell an island,
yeah,
you probably want kickbacks on that.
Like, I'm interested in buying an island. Are there like monkey bars and stuff on it? And they're like, no, not yet.
You got a playpen in there?
You got a McDonald's ball pen on it? They're like, what are you doing on this island? He's like, I don't know.
My senior year yearbook was so fucked up. Walsh Jesuit class of 2015 yearbook committee, you fucked up. They had you know how they have the pictures of all the sports teams and the clubs and stuff?
Yeah.
They had all the previous year's names on them. So they had all the right pictures, but all of the names were incorrect. All of the names were just carried over from the previous year.
What?
Yeah. That's how bad they fucked up. And then on the quotes, they didn't put any attributions. Like your semisonic quote, if you did like a hyphen semisonic under it,
Oh, they didn't
they didn't do the attribution. So if you were quoting somebody, you just look like an asshole that was
the stealing there.
yeah. So my quote was, I turned in and I quote, "I'm amazing, Kanye West." But when the yearbook came out, it just said my picture, and then it just said I'm amazing next to it.
So everyone just thought you were arrogant.
Yeah, well, I was, but still. But honestly, now it's kind of better that I wasn't quoting Kanye West.
But I don't think someone would see "I'm amazing" and be like, Kanye West said that first. I don't think that's exclusive to Kanye West. That's probably like, I don't know. Who do you think said "I'm amazing" first?
Jesus, bro.
He turned water into wine. He's like, no, "I'm amazing."
Those prostitutes were cleaning his feet. He's probably like, "I'm a fucking beast, dude." Who else is doing this these days?
Yeah, who else is getting these foot baths?
Yeah. I got a pot. He had the first posse, dude.
Oh yeah, the Apostles.
Yeah.
Is that where posse came from? It's like a shortened version of Apostles.
Oh shit! I don't know.
That sounds. What else would posse be?
Let's bust the good and bad dictionary out.
All
What's
right.
the country of origin on that motherfucker? Posse. It's got to be POS is the apostles, posse, opossum. That's not related at all.
Yeah.
What other group like?
Posse does sound like it should be a group of possums.
It might be. Do they travel in groups? I once found a possum in my football helmet. I had a 9 a.m. game. There was a fucking possum sleeping in my helmet.
There was a possum sleeping in your helmet?
Yeah, in the garage. Fucking possum. We had to disinfect that.
That's not good. Posse started out as a technical term in law, part of the term posse comitatus.
So is it Latin?
Which in medieval Latin meant power or authority of the county.
Okay, so look up apostles and see where that comes from. It's probably also Latin if it's in the Bible. It could be Hebrew.
There's an apostles landscaping. You can't do that, right?
Why not?
Because you're not,
Why not?
Like, you can't claim that you shouldn't use, like, if you're using apostles, that means you're religious. So then, you're right. If you believe that you should.
Not necessarily. Well, it depends on, is apostle specifically, was that like their name, or were there other apostles, like did Dave down the street have apostles, but Jesus' apostles were just more popular, so they got the name,
Yeah. Do you think the Cleveland comedy scene is all apostles?
What's the definition of an apostle?
Apostle is missionary who brings Christianity to a new region or people. Yeah, probably not Christians. Or probably not Cleveland comics.
What's the language of origin?
Language of origin is Old English.
Really?
Yeah, which derives from the Greek apostolos, meaning one who is sent.
Postal. There you go. God damn, we're good.
Damn, apostle didn't come with my newspaper today.
Hey, rain or shine.
So, like, Amazon Prime is like an apostle then?
Yeah, anyway. They're ones who are sent.
Like a pizza delivery person.
Yeah.
Oh, look at my apostle.
The guy's pissing in the bottles.
Yeah, there's
That's Christ-like behavior.
There's a lot of pissing in bottles when you're an apostle, probably.
Oh yeah, Jesus was on the move.
You're on the move, yeah. Someone's like, Jesus, can I have a bottle to piss in? He's like, yeah, I guess you're on that apostle shit.
So quotes bad.
Quotes are bad.
Letting an
18-year-old pretend that they're Kanye West.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
Here we go. Here's the thing. I had just discovered Kanye that year. I wasn't like a huge...
What year was this?
2015, when Yeezus came out.
Oh, that's a while into the Kanye game.
Oh, yeah. But then he had I'm Amazing on 808s and Heartbreak.
Oh, that was an actual song?
I'm amazing.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, there was like a LeBron montage to it. That's how I discovered Kanye. I was like, this song's amazing.
All right. This one is peer pressure. That's clearly bad, right? Is there a good side of peer pressure?
I attribute everything great in my life to peer pressure.
Oh yeah, I guess if your friends are into good shit, that's a good thing.
Oh, not necessarily. Live a little, you know?
Well, not like crack.
No. But I'd do crack if somebody was like,
Yeah, if someone asked me, and
dude, I give in easily. But what do you think, good or bad? You think you're saying bad?
I'm gonna say
Do
bad.
you have bad experiences with peer pressure growing up? Or were you the one peer pressuring?
No, the thing is like, I never really did anything that people recommended I do. They're like, "Hey, you should do coke," and I was always like, "No, I have a brother that did that, and his life didn't turn out."
He's way older than I am.
I used
and
example.
I don't want to be.
I used examples of things that went wrong with that thing, and then I would use that as an excuse to be like, "No."
Well, that's not. I don't think that's an excuse. I think that's just you making informed decisions.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I guess is that I always made more informed decisions than I would succumb to peer pressure. But I mean, I wish I'd had peer pressure of things that, because when I left school, I was like, man, there are things that I wish that I'd gotten into in high school that nobody ever talked to me about.
Like partying and drinking and shit.
Yeah, not like smoking crack. No, like it was just no. It was like, hey, I never smoked weed because everyone I knew that smoked weed was really dumb, and I was like, well, I don't want to be dumb. And then when I graduated school, I'm like, oh, smart people smoke weed too.
Yeah.
So then I would smoke weed because I was like, oh, smart people do it.
Oh, yeah. Then you must be smart.
I actually got more upset that people wouldn't try to peer pressure me more because I wasn't cool enough. So they wouldn't peer pressure me. They'd just be like, leave him alone.
Yeah.
So now I guess it's bad.
We don't want to waste our crack on that guy.
Let's not peer pressure him. No, somebody tried to get me to do coke a couple years ago in Chicago, and they were like, have you done it before? And I was like, no. And they're like, oh, it'd be wasted on you then. And then they took it away.
That sucks.
And I never got to do it.
Chicago's the only place I'll do coke. I don't trust Cleveland for cocaine.
Yeah, it's probably too much fentanyl risk in Cleveland.
It's just bad. It's a lot of aspirin. It doesn't taste. It's just bad coke.
Yeah, just
especially because the coke that we're around, the comics are around, comes from Akron, which is is even worse.
Yeah, Akron isn't good. That Funny Stop Coke.
Yeah.
That means. Is there Coke and Funny Stop? There has
Crack,
to be, right?
baby.
Crack, yeah. I don't know. Peer pressure for you, good or bad? What do you think?
Great.
Great?
Great, dude. I'm here, aren't I? I'm still here, baby.
Yeah.
Dude, I in high school I just played video games all day. I never I was like very anti drinking and smoking. Just like on the principle. I was like those are bad. Like they worked on me kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Like so like all my older friends, like my brother's friends who would like drive me to and from school, like they'd always try to get me to smoke weed, and I'd be like, no, but I'll like help you make a bong, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like in high school, when my friends started drinking, like I would drive, but like I wouldn't drink or anything.
Yeah.
But then when I got into college, everybody's having a good time, and they're like, dude, fucking drink, smoke, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try it. First time I did acid, I was like, I don't want to. And everyone was like, fucking do it. And I was like, did it. And I was like, this is fucking amazing.
Do you think there's a correlation between intelligence and peer pressure? Like if you're more intelligent, you're less susceptible to peer pressure?
No, well, intelligence varies across fields. Like you can I don't know. No, I don't think so. Because you can some people can like take a car apart and put it back together, but they couldn't do like simple, like they might not be able to like do simple math or something like that. There's different types of intelligence.
Yeah, like when I see people with like debilitating drug problems, I'm like, they told you not to do that in like 5th grade. What are you doing?
Oh, well that's different. Yeah.
It.
Well, I don't think.
And I'm like, no,
I don't think people that go homeless because of drugs started because of peer pressure. I think they started from financial pressure, maybe.
Yeah.
Life pressure. I don't think I don't think people are like, dude, my life fucking sucks. And their friends gonna be like, let's make it a little worse. Yeah. Every time I've been peer pressured, it's been my friends trying to make me loosen up, I guess is the way to put it. And it's always worked.
Well, you have to know somebody that would recommend it to you, right?
All my friends are degenerates. All of them.
That's one of the, it's the thing though. Like it's good in some ways, it's bad in others. So like a good peer pressure would be like, hey, this book, you should read it because it's good.
That's not
And
peer
then you
pressure.
read
That's
the
just a
book.
recommendation.
What's the difference between peer pressure and a recommendation?
If I'm like, hey, you should read this book, that's a recommendation. But if there are 6 of us and we're all reading the book at the same time, we're like, Tim, come on, read the fucking book. Sit down and read. We're having a good time reading the book. You read the fucking book. That's peer pressure.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that would be scary.
Like if I slipped you some Coke, I was like, hey, on your own time, whenever you get a chance, do a little bit of Coke. That's not peer pressure.
That's peer pressure.
That's not peer pressure. Peer pressure is like, do that Coke later, because if I find it, or it's gonna be bad things that happen to you. That's kind of peer pressure. But no, peer pressure is like you're in the moment. Everybody's like, come on, do it. You're like, all right, I'll fucking do it.
For peer pressure to exist, it has to be a peer pressuring you.
Right.
So what is the word for pressure that isn't, heaped upon you by a peer?
Coercion. Rape. I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, it's probably rape, man. Yeah.
No, but even though and I say my friends are degenerates in a loving way. Like they're all really great people. And I like what they're doing with their lives and where they're at with their lives. So if they're doing something and they're like, Gabe, you gotta try this, I'm like, you know what, you're doing fine. What's the worst that could happen to me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If all my friends were fucking crackheads, job to job, can't hold down a fucking whatever, and then they're like, hey man, you should try huffing glue, I'd be like, I see. I'd be like, are you huffing glue? Yeah, I'm not gonna huff glue.
Well, yeah, when you say it like that, but there's always been such a negative connotation with that term that I feel like whenever someone says peer pressure, I'm like, oh, that's specifically drugs.
I mean, no, think about it like, okay, I got when I was in middle school, I got peer pressured to go teepeeing, like go over spring break, grab some toilet paper, go fuck up someone's yard.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to do that, They're like, come on, dude. They're like, come on. And I was like, they peer pressured me into it, and then we did it. And dude, first of all, we only brought 1 roll of toilet paper, which if you're trying to fuck up somebody's yard, you need a little bit more than that.
Yeah, you can't just do 1 roll.
And we started doing it, and after we got it over one tree branch, we saw a car coming down. So everybody runs. And so I start running, and I find a very thin tree, and I hide behind the tree, they're not gonna see me here. The car found me. They were like, I'm gonna fucking get you in trouble. Blah, blah, blah. Scared the shit out of me, and I was pissed at my friends for running away and leaving me. But so I got peer pressured in the moment, and I guess it was bad, but nothing bad actually happened because we were 14, and you're not gonna fucking bring legal charges against a 14-year-old for getting 1 strand of toilet paper.
Yeah.
And it just prepared me. It made me more prepared in life for the next bad shit I was going to do.
Yeah, but think about all the toilet paper you wasted, even if it was 1 roll.
That's what you're caught up on?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Okay, with ding dog ditching then.
Because you didn't see the pandemic happening where everyone was going to need that shit. And then you wasted on that tree.
I think you learn significantly more in life doing things you're not supposed to do, fucking up.
Yeah.
And weaseling your way out of the consequences or dealing with the consequences. I've dealt with consequences.
Or if you have someone in your life who's gone through all that, so you could use them as a frame of reference and be like, I don't want to be like Bill,
Yeah, but Bill, here's the thing. I've never bought Coke.
Yeah. So
I set limits for myself. Okay, when I'm with those friends, I'll fuck up. I'll fuck around. I'll do shit. But when I'm back in my own life, I'm all business.
Mm.
That's also how I justify letting my hair down. I'll smoke, smoking cigarettes, doing drugs, staying up way later than I should. Oh, let's go to the next bar. I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, come on, let's go to the next bar. Even that's peer pressure.
Yeah.
But I'll do it every now and then. I know it's gonna suck, but it just gotta.
So you practice moderation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea.
Yeah.
I think indulgence is like a problem.
It's
And
so good though.
yeah,
A little bit of Taco Bell here and there. You buy yourself a Reese's cup at the cash register.
yeah. I mean, I wish I was like into drugs more than I was into like certain food.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, food's cheaper. Do you smoke weed?
Yeah, I smoke weed, but I'm like I don't buy it. I just like
When it's around.
yeah, like my landlord will give it to me, and then my landlord will be like, "We should go to Michigan and get weed," and I'll be like, "You should go to Michigan and bring me back weed," and he's like, "Okay."
You're the negotiator, bro.
So he comes back. I peer pressured him into bringing me some weed back from Michigan, but yeah, it's like that, or people just. Like, my friend will quit weed every, like, 3 months. So he'll be like, I got to get rid of my stash because I'll be too tempted to smoke it. So then he'll give me the rest of his weed.
At what point do you stop calling it quitting and just say you're taking one of your little breaks?
Yeah, he's like, I'm taking yeah. He acts like it's going to be forever, and then he's always smoking it again. But he's like, I need to get this job, so I got to have clean pee.
Yeah, clean pee.
So then he'll be like, all right.
But, yeah, I mean, even now, like, this coffee, I don't drink coffee during the week because it's a drug. Caffeine's a drug, so I only drink it on the weekends. I only smoke weed on the weekends. I really only drink on the weekends.
So you only have caffeine on the weekends?
I'll have like a little bit of green tea, like on a weekday if I'm really tired. But yeah, I only drink caffeine on the weekends.
I used to drink green tea, and then I ran out of it, and I was like, well, that's probably it for green tea then. I'm never going to find more green tea.
When was that, like 8 years
It
ago?
was like 6 months ago.
Dude, you can.
And I'm like,
I'll bring you some.
I'm like, I'll order it on Amazon.
And did you?
No, not yet, because I'm like, I bet it's at a store.
I bet it is.
It's probably a
tons of it.
store. When you think about green tea, it's probably in stores. But then I'm like, oh, it's probably Lipton green tea, which isn't really healthy.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
So I got to get like some ancient Chinese.
The Tazo.
Yeah,
the ancient Chinese Tazo.
I used to have Uncle Lee's green tea, and I was like, if there's any healthy green tea, I bet it's Uncle Lee's green tea.
Well, were you drinking tea bags or like the jug of green tea?
The tea bags.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
I don't trust the jug.
No, there's a bunch of sugar and shit in there.
Yeah. No, the most I'll put in a green tea is honey.
Mm-hmm.
But even that,
honey's good for you.
Yeah.
Natural sugars.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that fizzled out.
That's okay, but that's the end of the first episode.
Is that the end of the first episode?
Yeah, we're about time for the first episode. You have any socials to plug?
I'm terrible at social media, except Facebook. Go on my Facebook and like all my jokes that I post on there.
You're the only person that still knows how to use Facebook as a comedian.
I don't know. Marty Malloy's pretty good at it.
Marty uses Facebook as like a social. I mean, he uses it as its original intention, which is like social connection.
Yeah, he's like, I just bought Pepsi.
That's
the perfect sentence.
He is a beast at it. I just bought a Pepsi, bro.
That's the perfect sentence for Facebook.
What is your Tim Wolfe on Facebook and
Tim Wolfe Comedy on TikTok.
Follow Tim on social media and be on the lookout for his episode next week.
Sexy Sling Blade on Twitter. I have 200.
Oh yeah.
I have 247 followers.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's make that 248. Hey, thanks so much for watching or listening or however you digest this. If you liked that first episode with Tim, go ahead, Tim, wave at the camera.
Hi. What do I say?
That's wave.
Hi, everybody.
Part 2 of his episode comes out next week, and we talk about drinking on the job, deadly diseases, and getting fucked up.
All those are good.
Yeah, they are all good. Thanks so much for coming on again.
Of course.